Hi there, thanks for tuning in to episode number 67 of the Fast Pass podcast. Coming up, new barbecue restaurant featuring craft brews coming to Epcot later this year. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And now, it's your Fast Pass time. The Disney legacy is fundamentally about bringing beloved cultural ideas from the past forward and reinventing them, or reintroducing their basic stories, experiences, or values to new generations. This month, a somewhat peculiar, but nonetheless mighty, example of that legacy celebrates 45 years of bringing Walt Disney World Resort guests iconic characters, foot-stomping music, corn-pone comedy, buckets of fried chicken, and strawberry shortcake. Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort debuted on June 30th, 1974, and is today one of the longest-running dinner shows in American history, and a beloved tradition for generations of resort visitors. Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground officially opened on November 19, 1971. Nestled in 750 acres of pine and cypress forest, the resort recalls the timeless beauty of the American wilderness, teeming with wildlife such as deer, ducks, rabbits, and even armadillos along the scenic woodland trails. Fort Wilderness is adjacent to Bay Lake and near Disney's Wilderness Lodge. The art collection at Walt Disney Imagineering contains some beautiful concept work by Dorothea Redmond for a never-built outdoor village stage, a performance area fronting a fanciful western town that could be used for daytime or nighttime entertainment. Disney legend Sam McKim created a majestic rendering of what would be Pioneer Hall, an impressive rustic indoor performance venue built from 1,283 handcrafted pine logs from Montana and 70 tons of stones from North Carolina, which opened on April 1, 1974. And in a spacious debut act, a country western musical called The Star-Spangled Washboard Band opened the hall, according to a historical timeline by Larry Billman, author and writer and Disney entertainment consultant, who was the author and writer of the original show. Bob Johnny, then director of entertainment for both Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resorts, hired Billman when he saw the potential for a dinner theater show at Pioneer Hall. It's easy to forget that in its early years, Walt Disney World presented a fairly limited range of activities and experiences, beyond this single theme park that typically closed at 6 p.m. Those on-property vacationers needed more and a greater variety of evening and out-of-park entertainment to fill their days and nights. The real genius behind Hoop-de-Doo was Larry Billman, says Forrest Baruth, the original choreographer and a longtime veteran of Disney Parks and Resorts creative entertainment. He was a great movie buff, and he loved Hollywood. As Billman began developing the dinner show idea, it evolved from something called We're With You, Mother McCree, to Whoop-de-Doo Review. And Billman's love of Hollywood resulted in the basic character structure of the show. Baruth recalls he said, "I want the comic, kind of a Gabby Hayes type you see in Western movies, and a Calamity Jane type that would be the leading lady. They would be the comic duo, and I want to have every leading man and every leading woman you've seen in the Hollywood movie, and a dance couple like Marge and Goer Champion." He wanted to craft that, and working through that lens of old Hollywood, we ended up with a solid cast of characters. The finally titled Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review got its start as part of the Disney World of Fine Arts College Workshop program, with 6 young actors playing the finalized roles: 6-Bit Slocum and Dolly Drew, comic relief, Jim Handy and Flora Long, the singers, and Johnny Ringo and Claire DeLune, the dancers. Naturally, the music is a large part of the review's timeless appeal. Baruth remembers, Billman wanted me to choreograph and stage it, so I was there from the beginning. My mom used to be a singer, and she had a collection of antique music. I remember sitting one time in my garage with Larry going through old music, things that could possibly work for the show. In the final review, most of the songs are parodies of actual songs previously recorded by top artists. Principal songwriter was Tom Adair, who also wrote words for the score for Disney's Sleeping Beauty and the TV series Mickey Mouse Club. Former Disney Entertainment producer Ron Mitzer said, "Tom was brilliant. You could tell him the idea, theme, or play some of the music, and he would have the lyrics for the song in no time. He was the quickest songwriter I ever knew." Over the years, the music has changed a little, the one exception being the 1979 replacement of Apple Pie Hoedown with Strawberry Shortcake Walk, when shortcake replaced apple pie on the menu. 1 year ago this week, Disney's Hollywood Studios officially welcomed the first guests to play big in Toy Story Land. And to celebrate the big anniversary and release of Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 4, stars Tom Hanks and Tim Allen recently visited Toy Story Land and chatted about what it's like to see their films come to life in a whole new way at the park. Along with Tom and Tim, other stars of the film including Annie Potts, Keanu Reeves, Christina Hendricks, and Tony Hale visited Toy Story Land and also made special appearance at the Disney Parks Vlog fan event. Prepare your taste buds for something special because a new fast casual barbecue restaurant featuring craft brews on tap will debut at the American Adventure Pavilion Epcot later this year. Regal Eagle Smokehouse, Craft Drafts, and Barbecue will take the place of Liberty Inn, which will close July 8th to make way for this mouth-watering experience and World Showcase. The new location will be a modern barbecue smokehouse with all the accompanying sights, sounds, smells, and flavors you love, including a large smoker preparing fine food every day right on the pavilion's promenade. There will also be a redesigned patio for you to enjoy, so get ready to grab a brew, some barbecue, and relax inside Epcot. Many more details to come, so keep checking back for updates on what is sure to be a new favorite spot to find some tasty and tangy bites at Epcot. Pixar Pals parking structure opens at Disneyland Resort on June 30th. Last year, plans were announced to build another parking structure adjacent to Mickey and Friends. The new structure, called Pixar Pals, features familiar friends from Disney and Pixar films such as Coco, Monsters Inc., and Inside Out. Disney is excited to announce that Pixar Pals will be open for guests beginning June 30th, months ahead of schedule. Pixar Pals will add more than 5,000 parking spaces to the west side of the Disneyland Resort. With additional entry lanes and an electronic inventory system, the new parking structure will expedite guests' parking and reduce traffic around the resort. Additionally, Disney began installing the Magic Way pedestrian bridge, which is set to be completed by mid-September. This new bridge will connect visitors from Pixar Pals over Magic Way to the rest of the resort, allowing guests the option to stroll through the downtown Disney district to the theme park's main entrance. By eliminating the foot traffic crossing the street at Disneyland Drive and Magic Way, the new bridge provides convenience, enhances safety, and improves traffic circulation. These parking and transportation enhancements, along with other existing park options throughout the resort area, are designed to improve parking and traffic flow to continue to enhance the overall guest experience at the Disneyland Resort. This 4th of July, you're invited to celebrate right with Disney as they live stream Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky, live from Magic Kingdom Park. The live stream, which you can catch right on the Disney Parks blog, will begin at 9:13 p.m. Eastern. Disney will celebrate the fun of summer before and after the show, and they'd love to share some of your favorite Disney Parks vacation pics as part of their live stream. To have your photo considered, share it with them on Twitter using the hashtag #DisneyParksLive. Hello, and thank you again for listening to this episode of the Fast Pass Podcast. Never miss an episode by subscribing, and we always appreciate your comments and feedback. Connect, like, and share via Facebook, The Fast Pass Podcast, Twitter, @The Fast Pass, email fastpasspodcasting@gmail.com. The Fast Pass Podcast is an independent podcast and is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company or any other associated companies and brands. Stories featured in this podcast were sourced from the Disney Parks blog. Visit www.disneyparks.disney.go.com/blog for more. The Fast Pass Podcast is produced by ARS Productions, copyright 2019.